Servus, here's your Garten-Staudinger from Munich again. Tell me, have you ever stood in front of your compost pile, taken a deep breath and thought to yourself, why is all this stuff still lying here like a half-finished stew? Months go by, and nothing happens. Just a sad pile that looks like it's still trying to decide whether it even wants to rot at all. And that's exactly where we're jumping in today. Because welcome to my new video, The Secret Compost Trick, Old Farmer Hacks That Rock Again Today. A title that promises exactly what it delivers. Because now I'm pulling out tricks that are so old, even your compost pile will nod respectfully. Raw milk, the living starter battery. Sounds crazy, milk in the compost? But hey, the old farmers knew exactly what they were doing. When milk turns sour, it's bursting with lactic acid bacteria. These tiny microbial heroes chew through plant fibers like teenagers devouring a family pizza. They warm up the compost, make it pleasantly acidic, alive, and they bring energy, protein, and nitrogen. A handful of sour milk, a splash of old whey, and your pile starts working again like a Bavarian tile stove in January. Wood ash, the mineral secret. Back in the day, nothing was thrown away. Ash was valuable, and for good reason. Wood ash brings potassium, calcium, and trace elements into your compost. It makes the pile milder, neutralizes excess acidity, and works like a fine sponge. It binds moisture, improves the smell, and creates habitat for microbes. But please, use it gently. 1 or 2 handfuls per layer. We're making compost here, not mixing cement. Yeast, the microbial spark. Here's the trick almost nobody knows today. Yeast. Whether it's from bread dough, home brewing beer, or that old packet from the fridge, yeast ignites the turbo. It eats sugar, releases enzymes, breaks down cell walls, and immediately calls the next microbial crew onto the scene. And when the yeast itself is done, it becomes food for other microorganisms. Proteins, B vitamins, a real feast. Today people call this EM solution, or compost tea. Farmers simply said, throw some yeast on it, and it runs. And now comes the magic, the combination. The old farmers never used these things separately. No, they knew. Milk brings life. Ash brings nutrients, yeast brings energy. Between leaves, kitchen scraps, manure, and grass clippings they added a splash of milk, a pinch of ash, a spoon of yeast water, and then the pile stayed warm for weeks, steaming, fragrant, alive, and instead of waiting half a year, they often had beautiful, dark, crumbly compost after just 1 season, compost that smells like a forest early in the morning, a historical spice straight from Krunitz. Johann Georg Krunitz, yes, I dug him up again, already wrote back then, wood ash is the best of all ashes for fertilizer. And yeasts is a remarkably effective fertilizer for all kinds of plants. If that's not a quality stamp, I don't know what is. My conclusion, bring your compost back to life. If your compost is sitting there lazily like a teenager on a Sunday morning, then give it a sip of sour milk, a pinch of ash, a spoonful of yeast, and watch how it warms up again, steams, smells wonderful, and comes back to life. A tiny microcosm, a little enchanted forest, right in your own garden. If you enjoyed this old farmer magic, then give me a like, a subscription, or drop a comment, so you never miss when your garden turns into a workshop of magic again. Until next time, and stay healthy. And if you liked this old farmer magic, feel free to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and tell me in the comments whether your compost is now steaming like a Bavarian tile stove. And very important, Spatzel, make sure you also check out my big November YouTube video. Garden Care in November, how to start the spring perfectly. In that video I show you which tricks you can still do right now so that your garden explodes with energy next year. So, hit subscribe, check out the video, and rock your garden. Thanks for being here. Your Garten-Staudinger.